keep getting wiggly every pull you make, so it's good to kind of check it. Are you rolling? All right, excellent. So I'm going to take, the needle in my right hand, and I'm going to rest my finger against the lip. I want to still save as much clay as possible, but just get rid of where it's wiggly. So I might give myself just a little, like maybe 1/4 of an inch down from where it wiggles. Once I'm steady with my left hand, I'm going to slowly introduce the needle. And you notice I'm like keeping my hands together. It still wants to pull me. You can see it pull me every now and again, but I just slowly push that pin through and I can lift it up. I have a nice flat bottom, the wiggle is gone, and then I can just do the lip check and get everything smooth.
So even expert people have to cut the lip off?
Every time.
Okay.
Every time I throw, I do that.
So it's not that I just can't get that lip to stay right?
Sometimes there's an air pocket in the clay, sometimes it's just centered a little off, or as you're pulling, things pull a little unevenly.
So it's not a bad thing to have to do.
Not a bad thing. It's actually a good finishing technique. So now I'm going to go from, since I did the top third, I'm going to go down to my second third here. And I can even draw a line for myself. That way I can keep my fingers steady, especially the taller you get, the harder it is to find some stability. So I'm only pushing with the outside, kind of gotten where I need to go, and I'm going to follow through. I'm not even actually pushing, I'm just smoothing out any weird lumps I'm coming across. I can even feel a couple thin spots in there too, so it's really important for me to be gentle at this point. I'm going to do the bottom part, but first I'm going to clean it up so I can get my finger all the way down. Give myself some moisture. So I can, of course your middle finger is longer than your index finger, so on the inside, because I'm all the way down, I'm just going to press like as if you were pulling out. I'm just going to use that middle finger to feel out what's happening. And as this one comes up, then I can turn my hand and engage the side of my index finger on the inside of the piece. So kind of just starting by pushing in on the outside, and as I'm rising up, I'm turning my hand on the inside to meet it, smoothing out that ridge. I'm really just being very conscious with these two fingers, feeling any oddities in thickness, any thin spots, any weird bumps. I'm going all the way down from the bottom again, because I didn't follow through, so I want to go from the top to the bottom. I'm only pushing from the outside. And you notice how it's keeping everything nice and controlled? I don't even have to look on the inside to see what's happening, because I'm just using it as a guiding hand. Alright. And there we go. I want everybody to come in and take their hands and run from the inside up. You can feel that I still have a little bit more thickness on the bottom, but I'm getting much closer. So if I wanted to, I could go from the bottom again just a little bit to compress it a bit more, but it's pretty consistent. It's because I was just very gentle, barely any pressure, just really feeling what was happening instead. So that's the trick to cylinders, starting with a smaller bottom, choking it in anytime it starts to flare out, especially in that first pull up.
Yeah, because you can see that one was flaring out, but I didn't know
exactly. So before, and also your bottom got really wide.
Yeah.
So remember when I was pulling out, how I had my hand on the outside just to keep it compressed while I was pulling that out. So those are good tricks. So let's try to get some cylinders going, everybody.